in their 9th season. Second Colorado coach to hit 150 wins. The only other one is Seal Berry, who won 427 wins. And TCU goes on offense with the 3rd highest scoring trio with Prince, Van Lith, and Connor in the NCAA. They average 52.6. And the first turnover of the ball game. Of course, Colorado coming off a very gritty and impressive win over West Virginia before the Christmas break.
And one thing I asked, Coach JR is about the momentum. You go off and you beat number 14, and then you have such a long break in between that game and this one, and seeing how that's going to impact them.
And then Colorado returns the favor. This is the 5th meeting between these two teams. Of course, they were former Big 12 foes before Colorado went to the Pac-12, and you can see the last meeting a long time ago, back in 2014. This is only the 2nd time they've played here in the Fort Worth area. Here is TCU on offense. TCU is really powerful on offense, averaging over 84 points a ball game. Coming in as the number 11 team in the country, the 2nd highest ranking in TCU history, 8th as far as the net ranking.
Agnes Emanopu able to draw a foul going after an offensive rebound. That's something that we talked to Marge Campbell a lot about. He said her high motor and her being truly relentless on the glass is the reason that she's so successful. Of
the last 4 games, she has averaged 6 offensive rebounds, passed a little too strong from Sedona Prince, and that is really her first turnover. But she's had no turnovers in 4 of the last 5 games. She doesn't really throw the ball away very much. Inside they go inside, and that is Jade Masagayo. Masagayo had an outstanding game, especially in that 4th quarter versus West Virginia.
She's really finding her own, coming into her own. And Coach J.R. Payne said, we talked to her about how good she is. It's just about her believing it.
TCU relying a lot on 3-point shots. 4th in 3-pointers made a game for TCU. 3rd overall with 148. There's Frida Foreman from the outside. Ball is tipped. Emanopu up to Madison Connor. Madison Connor, of course, the big 3-point shooter. 74% of her shots are from beyond the arc. Van Lith. Kendall Wetta guarding her. They double on Sedona Prince. Whistle and a foul called by Bill Lawrence, who's joined by Doug Knight and Tierra Cruz as our officials today.
Colorado runs a lot of man, but you see how as soon as Sedona Prince got the ball, they doubled down and tried to get their hands on balls. And that time, it was a foul. But, again, you're going to see them just trying to really put pressure on Sedona Prince.
Colorado has always played tough defense. And one of the things Coach J.R. Payne told us, she wishes they were a little more physical on defense. And they got a little blood, I think. Or is it a contact? Looks like they're working on the contact.
Yeah.
Working on the contact. There's J.R. Payne. Husband is an assistant coach. They brought all 3 of their children with her on this trip. And I love seeing their son, Jack, who was throwing the football around right outside the locker room. And he was wearing a Kendall Wetta sweatshirt. I said, is that your favorite player? He goes, yeah. So the coach's son has a favorite.
There you go.
Great family.
Holiday break coming in to Texas.
Haley Van Lith, who has turned into an incredible playmaker for TCU, runs the show. Here is Agnes Emanopu. Started her career at Stanford, working on her master's degree, is going to be a doctor pretty soon. Van Lith, off balance shot, got it.
We're almost 2 minutes into the game, and that was the first scored points by TCU. And, of course, Haley Van Lith, who leads the teams, gets the first one to get one to go down.
Haley playing in her 148th game, and of those, 147 have been starts. Wetta can't get the shot to go down. The only Colorado native on this Colorado team. Van Lith. That's a good matchup. Frida Foreman now on her, trying to get a little more physical. Prince off her handle, right into the hands of Kendall Wetta, the senior out of Castle Rock, Colorado.
You see they're just trying to get the ticky-tack and if making TCU turn the ball over, but they're doing a good job on the defensive end to really make up for it.
In just what you talked about on Taylor Biggs, she got her hand on that ball, forces the turnover. Tabitha Betson set to check into the lineup for Colorado. Masagayo trying to push Sedona Prince off her favorite spot. Tough shot. Prince, no. Masagayo, nice job defensively. And you and I were here for the game against Brown that TCU did win, and Brown was very physical with Sedona Prince.
Yeah, just making her uncomfortable, like you said, trying to get her off her favorite spots. And so for Sedona, on the other end, knowing people are going to do that, she's got to do her work early and really stand her ground.
Sarah Rose Smith goes inside over Madison Connor.
And just putting her head down and going through contact into Madison's chest, finishing it.
Well, she's starting her 10th straight game, had a 21-point effort versus Utah Tech this year. That was a career high. Sedona can't get it again. Rebound, Sarah Rose Smith. Colorado up by 2. TCU just 1 of 5 shooting to open the game.
And when I talked to Coach Mark Campbell, he said, this one might be a grind. This might be something that's going to be in the 60s, even though TCU averages 84 a game.
Agnes Eminopu working on Foreman, throws up the shot, counted, and we got a foul.
And just maintaining that contact all the way through and just making sure that she gets that foul on Frida Foreman. And I think that's really essential, especially for her, their best player, making sure they get some foul trouble.
Look at the way she uses that left side of her body to make sure she can get the layup. Agnes Eminopu comes in averaging over 5 points a ball game, but boy, she has meant so much to this team. None bigger than the go-ahead 3 she had versus number 3 Notre Dame earlier this year in that fourth quarter comeback.
And she's known for her tenacity and her rebounding, but she can really shoot the 3 at a high clip.
And now Colorado goes on offense. Betson has checked into the lineup, the freshman out of Melbourne, Australia, wearing jersey 17. Johanna Teder, the graduate out of Estonia. That'll work. And Sedona Prince firing up the crowd.
Again, struggling on offense right now, but using that 6'7" frame against Colorado, and she, gets fired up with the crowd. Again, getting that defense hopefully can turn into some offense for her.
21 blocks away from 200 for her career. That was block number 50 this season. Shot clock counting down. Naimir Dew has to give it up. Outside, count it. That is Kennedy Sanders, the redshirt freshman out of Chaska, Minnesota.
And that's a great shot for her. She only shoots it at 20% from the 3, so being able to knock down that wide open is really good for Colorado here early.
Well, she's only had 6 points the last 4 games, 2 of 9 shooting. Colorado regains the lead. Up top, Madison Connor, catch, shoot. If she sets her feet, you're going to pay.
Exactly. She got her right out of that offense. And like you said, if she sets her feet, it is going down.
Number 2 in 3-pointers made. Number 1 in 3-pointers made a game. Madison Connor. Baseline. That's going to be a whistle and a foul. Naimir Dew did a nice job. That little hesitation and pump fake. And we're going to take a timeout. TCU's already coughed it up 3 times. Colorado 2 here in the early going of the game. Donovan Hunter's checked into the lineup, started the first part of the year, but she is an elite defender.
And I think just, she's a sophomore, so being able to sit for a little bit and you kind of see what's going on in the game and then come out and make an impact has helped her.
Great pass inside. Van Lith can't get it to go. Dew with the rebound. Johanna Teder. Go inside. Sedona Prince didn't want to pick up the foul. Johnson can't get it. Whistle. And it'll be Colorado's basketball.
One thing I noticed when watching tape on Johnson is that she really works hard for her positioning early.
Right.
And I think she caught Sedona, sleeping there for a second, and that's how she was able to get the first shot off. And
she's good size. She stands 6'3", the sophomore out of Jefferson, Wisconsin. Started her career at Minnesota. May have gotten away with a little bit of walk. Betson, shot clock at 5. Van Lith on defense, no tap. Van Lith tied up. Possession arrow will belong to Colorado. In a game like this, and you mentioned it, that what Coach was telling us, and you mentioned it, gritty game. when you have those kind of games, you've got to get those 50-50 balls.
You really have to sell out for those balls because it could be a difference makers. It could be, help the momentum during runs.
Fresh 20 on the shot clock, inside of 4 to play here in the opening quarter. Ayanna Johnson, 3 double-figure games this year. And that's going to be a touch foul. That's going to be on Donovan Hunter. That'll be her first personal foul. Take a look at Frida Foreman. What was impressive in that West Virginia game, other players stepped up. We mentioned the fact there aren't any player that's the true star of this team, but Foreman lets the game come to her. It was impressive.
Yeah, she really does. She has such a high IQ. She makes the, right play at the right time. And so, again, just really the leader for this Colorado team. Johnson
lost the handle. 3 on the shot clock. They're going to have to jack it up. They do nothing but air. Sanders got the grenade and had to get rid of it.
But one thing that's my pet peeve is when you know that there's a shot heating up when people don't box out.
Right.
You're just trying to give them another opportunity. And so you've got to stick to your fundamentals and box out even with the time going down.
Got to mention that 10 new players are part of this Colorado team. They're starting to come together right now. I mean, this is a team that has had an incredible couple of years, back-to-back Sweet 16 NCAA appearances. They come into this game having won 4 straight, but they're 0 for their last 4 shooting the basketball.
We're seeing TCU run a lot of sets, and that's something that's not, their usual game. They usually like to get up and down in transition, but Colorado's doing a really good job of making them work for everything that they're getting.
Haley Van Lith, the only D1 player, averaging 19 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Came into this game just 36 assists away from 500. Nearly doubled her assists per game this year from last year. Prince goes over the back, able to take it away from Oliver, but Colorado on the run. From the outside, the 3 buried. Johanna Ted Air with her 8th of the season.
And she shoots it a little below 37% from the 3. Colorado has some good 3-point shooters on this team.
Colorado from the 3, shooting 35%. Haley Van Lith able to shoot the 3. Hunter can't get it. Got the bug loose on the run. And it's going to be a tie-up, and that means TCU will have the basketball. Bigby will come back into the lineup. Let's go back to Colorado's 3, and when you play TCU, you cannot hesitate, and Colorado didn't do it here.
It's so hard to get open shots, especially against TCU, and so, like you said, when you have one, you've got to take it, and you've got to take it quick.
Haley Van Lith goes out. We're not sure if she's 100%. She got food poisoning yesterday. But she came at the usual time, worked out earlier today, and hoping for the best.
These games, you can't sit down. You can't do load management. First home opener conference game, you've got to come out and show out.
Bigby goes to the ground, and we're going to have our 4th tie-up of the ball game. This time, Colorado will have the basketball. TCU scoring drought over 2.5 minutes as Kendall Wetta will come back into the lineup for the Buffaloes. There was Haley. Total gamer, though.
For sure. Won't let a little food poisoning hurt her down.
Yeah, really. Not when it's conference play. Wetta. Oh, that's a beautiful pass. Drew Sedona Prince out, but she didn't buy it. Colorado turns it over for the 6th time.
Yeah, did a really good job of staying home and just letting that offense, seeing what they're doing and staying at home on defense.
Leor Garzone will check back into the lineup for the Buffs. Next break in the action. And it'll be now. Garzone comes in out of Israel. Transfer from Oklahoma State. Started her career at Villanova. And here it is again.
Again, just that length there by Masagayo altering the shot.
Masagayo, 18 points in that West Virginia game. 9 of 10 shooting. That was her first block, by the way, of the season. Can't get the point to go down. Rebound, Leah Robertson. Last 3 games, Robertson has been hot. She has shot better than 53%.
And she had a really big role last year, and so just being able to come in and help like she did right now, coming in, knocking down the 3 off the bench is Aaliyah Robertson.
That is her 12th of the season. Coming off a year where she had career-high points, rebounds, and blocks. Haley Van Lith will hold things up. Now being guarded by Garzone. Eminopu. That's going to be an offensive foul on Agnes. Nice job by Foreman holding her position.
Yeah, on that baseline, using that baseline as another defender for her. The Eminopu just going there with nowhere to go, and Frida was just a step ahead of her.
You know, when you and I were talking to Coach J.R. Payne, she was talking about running a clean offense and getting good shots, but they've had 4 turnovers the last 4.5 minutes in the scoring drought, over 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's going to be a point of conversation is, you know, just really running. They run Princeton offense, so there's a lot of movement that's happening, you know, within their offense. So just trying to do a little bit of better job of cleaning it up like that.
That is a beautiful pick and roll. Nice pass on the inside to Masagayo. Of course, Pete Carroll of Princeton really kind of perfected the Princeton offense. Constant motion, a lot of backdoor plays in the Princeton.
For sure, and it makes the defense try to choose exactly what they're going to do.
Got to have smart players to run that too, by the way. Final 10 seconds, Van Lith out front. Van Lith, off balance shot, can't get it. Offensive rebound, put back, Robertson, no. And that's the way the first quarter will come to an end. Colorado led by sit on her and say, listen, you got to take it easy.
Right. And I think it shows up, the work that she does shows up in the games.
Van Lith will throw it away. That'll be the 6th turnover for TCU, something they don't do a whole lot of. They only average 11 a game.
Right. And so, again, just kind of pregame jitters, I feel. It's their first home game of conference. You know, really good opponent here in Colorado. So I assume that they'll settle down here shortly. 4th
time that TCU has trailed after the first quarter. We've already had 6 lead changes and 2 ties. Foreman, they do a nice job. Agnes Eminopu jumping out on her. The 3. Van Lith, no. Eminopu pulls it away.
Great box out there by Haley.
Haley does so many things like that we don't talk about enough, I don't think.
She rebounds, and I think she rebounds really well for a guard. Haley does. Something that, like you said, doesn't get recognized enough. That was stout defense by Sarah Rose Smith. She played off one of the hips of Sedona Prince, knew her move. Obviously, she read the scout. Coaches would love that when you guys read the scouts. You know, they work so hard on it and just, you know, want you to notice their hard work for sure.
Una Jovanovic will check into the lineup. What a year she had last season, had to run the point and did an outstanding job. Comes in this year, over 6 assist to turnover ratio. That's not bad.
Not at all. She really has high IQ. Almost got one right there, but able to save it for TCU.
Extending the defense, Colorado gets TCU back on their heels. This is Sedona Prince, well off where she wants to be. From the outside, no. Nice job, Jovanovic to Connor. Connor back to Prince, the finger roll, can't get it. And that's going to be a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on Sedona Prince. You made a great point during the Brown game. You want to see Sedona Prince play through the contact.
Correct, instead of turning away from it. And you'll see Madison just put it exactly where she needed it. And she did finger rolled it just to, you know, not go through the contact of Masiago rather than just going through her, drawing the foul, and possibly getting to the free throw line.
As the great George Gervin would say, finger roll. On the drive again, Masiago. Or Masagayo, I should say. Started her career at Missouri State, was Missouri Valley Conference Freshman of the Year back in 2023. Prince way out front. Nice ball movement. Jovanovic with 7 on the shot clock. She can't get the floater to go. Masagayo the rebound, and here comes Colorado with a 3-point advantage. Biggest lead for any team today.
And Colorado staying composed. They've turned the ball over a few times, but they're not really letting that rattle them.
Oh, nice pass inside. Great position by Gerzo. She had some huge baskets in that win over West Virginia, coming back from a 16-point deficit. They opened conference play with a win over the Mountaineers.
She had 9 points in 2.5 minutes, and that's what really sparked their comeback against West Virginia.
From the outside, rolling over the front of the rim again, Taylor Bigby. Her second from beyond the arc. She's got 6 already today.
Yeah, we talked about her in the open. She can affect this game, and it's really about her going after it and not being passive.
Well, the last 4 games, she was just 3 of 13 from 3. And Colorado turns it over with 6:46 to play here in the opening half. Johnson's going to come back into the lineup for Colorado. Ted Air also coming back in. TCU, one of just 3 teams top 20 in scoring offense, scoring defense, field goal percentage, and field goal percentage defense. UCLA and Kansas State, the only other 2 in those categories.
And they're calling that touch foul right there. One thing when I was watching film on Tedder, she likes to really be physical, especially out there. And so she's got to be really smart and make sure that she's not getting those calls, since they've called it twice now.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden you should say, okay, this is the way the game's going to be called. This is a veteran officiating crew, by the way. Shara Rose Smith is in the middle of everything. And Colorado's going to get it. Low scoring first quarter.
For sure. TCU averages 84.1 points per game, and Colorado 73.8. Again, they're making it difficult for each other.
This is a Colorado team that has 2 1,400-point scores in Foreman and Garzone. And they turned it over. That'll be the 8th turnover for Colorado, who comes in averaging over 17 a game. Haley Van Lith will come back into the lineup for the Horned Frogs.
And one thing, Colorado, they can turn it over, especially with pressure. Those are the times that they turn the ball over. So TCU's got to continue to really put the foot on the gas on the defensive end.
TCU has only taken 6 3-pointer attempts a game. They average almost 29. Smith. Garzone out front. From Israel, big-time 3-point shooter. 51% of her shots are threes. That is a 2. Madison Cotter, nice job boxing out.
You'll see Una Jovanovic just sold out right there.
Nice pass inside. Jovanovic for 3, buries it. That is her first 3-pointer since November 30th. And then the rejection by Agnes Emanopu. And it's going to be Colorado's basketball as Agnes came down out of bounds.
The momentum shift that you felt here at Schollmeyer Arena. TCU's trying to get something going for them. Una Jovanovic able to knock one down. And then the block by Agnes Emanopu just selling out to Garzone, to incredible 3-point shooter.
TCU regains the lead. They're on a 6-0 run over the last 155. Both teams making a lot of substitutions. By the way, that's the 6th block of the year for Agnes Emanopu.
TCU averages 6.9. They've already got 4 so far in this game.
This is a TCU team that only allows 53 points a game by their opponents here at home. Sanders, nice job, Jovanovic. Shot clock at 5. They come out and try the double. Sanders will launch. Got the 3.
That's her second of today. Again, coming in, not shooting a great percentage, but stepping up in the moment.
She is an outstanding freshman. 4-star recruit coming out of high school back in Minnesota. Nice pass, Madison Connor inside, down at Robertson.
And Madison Connor putting it exactly where Robertson's needing it, but at that time able to finish it through the contact.
TCU, an unselfish team. They've had 9 games of at least 20 assists. Number 2 in the NCAA.
And at the end of the first quarter, the first thing I circled was they only had 2 assists. That's just such unlike them. And so you see when they share the ball, they find success.
Well, they already have 3 in this quarter. We've got a timeout. We are tied at 19. The first game of 2025. Colorado trying to go 5-0 versus the Horned Frogs. We'll be back in a moment. I think they've got it figured out. They're going to go back and look at it maybe again. They want to get the game started. 4:06 left to play in the half. Everybody's looking at their replay machines now. I think the foul was on Jada.
Let's just give it to me and keep it rolling.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I got 4 more.
Really? Did you ever foul out of the game, by the way, when you played here? I don't remember.
I don't think so. Maybe once. Tried to stay on the floor as much as I could.
There you go, Haley Van Lith, pull-up jumper. She's got a half a dozen in the ball game to go, along with a couple of assists and rebounds. TCU has hit their last 3 shots, now lead by 2. That's the biggest lead they have had this afternoon.
Colorado is still trying to get into their offense. 13 on the shot clock.
Masagayo from the outside. Haley Van Lith with the rebound. Madison Connor tries to get it to Prince. Jovanovic. Haley Van Lith is the playmaker. And Mark Campbell's told us throughout this season that everybody talked about her shooting, but she has become a true playmaker.
For sure. You know, she's really doing a good job of making them respect her at all levels and not just as a shooter. You see that in her assist numbers, especially just being able to find her teammates. She averages 6.36 assists per game.
What's impressive about Haley, too, versus ranked teams, what she's done. Averages 19 points, 7.7 assists, and 3 rebounds. She steps up in the big games. Here is Foreman. Foreman will airball it. Still looking for her first field goal. 0 for 2 so far in the ball game.
But the fact that she's only gotten 2 shots up, that's credit to TCU's defense.
Connor will set things up. Foreman comes out to meet her. Van Lith floats it, not going to get it. Sedona Prince, count it. That is her first point of the ball game after going scoreless in the first half against Brown in their last game.
Yeah, she had a little lid on the basket there for her thus far, but happy that she's able to see one go down.
6-0 run by TCU as they've hit 4 of their last 5. Due from the outside. Again, J.R. Payne saying we've got to have good, clean shots. Not sure that was a good shot. And the foul's going to be called.
Yeah, especially it was early in offense. You know, it's not really in transition, wasn't really wide open. So, again, just working. You need to work to get a more high percentage shot.
Sedona Prince is going to come out with 1:58 to play here before the half. Again, Colorado, they've led by as many as 5. TCU trying to extend the 6-0 run. Van Lith, the floater. Nice job by Smith tracking down the loose rock. Kendall Wetta out of Castle Rock, Colorado. 3rd in the Big 12 in assists per game. 7th in the NCAA. That's going to be an offensive foul. We're going to go the other way.
No, I think they called it travel. I think they got a travel there on Masagayo.
Our broadcast position is right behind the TCU bench, or next to the TCU bench. So we've got coaches standing up in front of him.
And he normally kneels, but he's in it today. He's coaching his team hard.
Connor Foreman on her. Foreman's got about 4 inches on Madison. Shot clock at 7. Wetta goes over top the screen. Van Lith goes around it. Whistle and a foul.
Van Lith able to hang in the air a little bit to get Masagayo to foul her. Just that little bit of hesitation and got Masagayo's timing off, trying to block her shot.
You brought up a number of times this season how Haley Van Lith can get in any space when it doesn't look like there is space.
She really times herself well, and she used a lot of counter moves. Hesitations, things like that, up and unders. And I think that's how she finds herself in those little spaces, able to get a shot off.
She has been totally unselfish this season. 20 assists the last 3 games. 60 seconds left in the opening half. The run is now 8-0 for TCU. 14-3 over the last 6 minutes.
Looks like they're settling in on the offensive end. That's what's got them this 6-point lead.
Inside, no. Robertson the rebound. This is what TCU wants to do. Great defense and run. Hunter plants the feet, lets it fly. Can't get the bounce. Rebound, Robertson. No, whistle and a foul.
Colorado doing a good job of that 2-on-3 defense right there. They were outnumbered, but none other than Aaliyah Robertson is going to attack the offensive glass really hard and get herself to the free throw line.
A part of TCU this season, they want to make you uncomfortable both on defense and on offense. Robertson now with 6 in the ball game to go along already with 4 rebounds, make it 7 and 4. Got to bring Grace Oliver back into the lineup for the Buffaloes with 36.2 to play in the opening half. TCU 12-0 when they lead at halftime. Colorado's only trailed 3 times this season. They're 2-1 when they're behind. Inside, Johnson.
Johnson just a slasher in the paint, and her point guard able to find her.
Great size, outstanding ability. The lead is 6. With 4 left. Nice job defensively. Garzone, and that's the way the first half will end. TCU.
3-point line, really making them second guess those shots.
Go inside. Sarah Rose Smith can't get it to go. They get another shot. Rejected. Agnes Emanopu with her second block of the afternoon, or the evening now, I guess. And then a whistle and a foul. That is going to be on Kendall Wetta.
But you see the first time they're looking, the first possession looking to go to Foreman there for the 3.
Wetta had some foul issues last season. They want her to be a little careful out there. They've got to have her play on the court. West Virginia, one of 3 games she's had at least 4+ fouls, is DQ'd in a game this year. Connor the floater, that was pretty. Prince offensive rebound is going to be fouled on the play, and that's going to be on Masagayo.
And I like how quickly Prince went back up. Didn't really try to gather herself or even really get the ball in her hand. She just went up, got some contact to get herself to the free throw line.
Sedona Prince averaging over 17 points and over 9 rebounds a ball game. 3 30-point games in her career. Number 1 of the country in blocks. And she already has 3 tonight. 9 games with at least 3 or more blocks.
My goodness. And she holds down the paint for TCU.
Rose Smith with a miss, and immediately Coach Campbell telling his team to match up. Wetta. Masagayo couldn't do anything with it. They try to go inside. Whistle and a foul is going to be called as Wetta tried to make something happen.
Looks like they got Haley Van Lith. He said it was a hit.
And that'll be Haley Van Lith's second personal foul. And at the line is going to be Kendall Wetta. Great pedigree for Kendall Wetta. AAU coach with his former NBA player Keith Van Horn. Mom Valerie, back then Johnson, played for Sealberry at Colorado. I love this, though. Her major is integrated physiology with a triple minor, ecology, evolutionary biology, business, and biochemistry.
Tell me what that means.
No idea. I majored in speech. On the drive, Van Lith. Weta quickly down court, spotting up. The three, in and out. Garzone had a good look at it.
Really good look. You know, Colorado likes to get the ball out and up really quickly in transition.
Here's Connor. Madison's only taken a couple of three-point attempts today. How about that? The third one? No. Weta the rebound. I think teams want to get Madison Connor moving when she takes the three.
But the thing is, I saw her warming up. She was working on that, you know, going off the bounce and not just spot up threes.
And here comes Connor out of the pack. Van Lith on one side, Bigby on the other. Sedona trying to get in that one block. Agnes Emanopu with the three. Her 16th.
It looks so good coming off of her hands. And as soon as it went up, Mark Campbell put his hand up because he knew it was going down.
Players and coaches call Agnes Emanopu the backbone of the team. Drops the three. It's in the AP. We've got TCU, Kansas State, West Virginia in the top 20. Oklahoma State and Baylor receiving votes. Oklahoma State a huge win today. TCU has outscored Colorado 6-1 here in the third. Colorado yet to hit a shot in the third quarter. Sedona Prince, great defense, may have gotten a piece of it.
And just using her frame. If they're not going to call it, you know, so be it.
TCU 29-2 under Mark Campbell with opponents shooting less than 40%. Colorado 28% right now. The bounce, no. Rebound, Smith. Remember, this is a Colorado team that trailed West Virginia by 16 and just dominated that fourth quarter. Inside, no. Poked away. Weta the pull up from 15. Got the roll.
Before she even got that rebound, I was going to say they don't stop fighting, and you'll see exactly on that possession as well.
That's Weta's first field goal made of the ball game. Again, they weren't getting a whole lot from their starters in that first 20 minutes. Nice pass. Van Lith back to her. And a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on Weta. And that might be her third personal foul.
Looking at the stats at the end, at that last timeout, that's now Colorado's 11th foul of the game. And one of the keys was to containing the bounce so that they don't get into heavy rotations.
Right.
But, you know, they're not doing a great job of that because they're just doing a lot of fouling and sending TCU to the free throw line.
Well, we talked about that Weta gets in foul trouble. Here's Emanopu trying to make it 2 in a row. Garzone with a rebound, averages over 3 rebounds a ball game. Better scoring average this year than the last season with the Cowgirls of Oklahoma State. They switch. Ted Air. Johnson off her hands. Colorado turns it over for the 11th time.
And just trying to get TCU in that transition offense where they really shine.
Van Lith being shadowed by Weta through the paint. Sedona Prince inside. Her second field goal made today.
And when I say go through contact, that's exactly what I mean. Decisive and really getting downhill.
And then Johnson beats him down court, gets her 4th point. The lead is 9. TCU, 11 of their 13 wins this season have been by plus 30 points. Probably not going to see that in the Big 12. Connor over Weta. Got it.
Weta had her hand up, but Connor was just able to elevate through her.
Madison averaging over 16 a ball game. Oh, again, Johnson inside. Great job sharing the basketball by Colorado.
And TCU's got to do a better job on that backside of being in help side. But with the Princeton offense, that's what it's designed to do, is not let you have that backside defense.
9 assists on 12 baskets. Sedona Prince using her size to her advantage, and that's what we just talked about, going through the contact.
Exactly.
Robertson will come back into the lineup for the Horned Frogs. Weta from 18. Prince pulls it away.
And I think that's exactly how Mark Campbell wants them to guard that pick and roll, is for Sedona to drop back.
Van Lith uses that left shoulder, creates space, gets the 2. TCU's hit their last 4 field goal attempts, but then they give it up on 2 on defense.
And right there, the person who's supposed to be getting back, they only send 3 to the offensive glass, so they've got to get back and quickly because Colorado's looking.
Well, you look at the way TCU plays defense, the 3, 4, and 5 players should always crash the boards.
And then you should have a safety who's the one getting back and making sure nobody gets lower than them.
Big B with 5 on the shot clock, whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Johnson. And with that, we're going to take a timeout. 4:04 to play here in quarter number 3. The teams are heating up. TCU's hit their last 4. Colorado's hit 4 of their last 5.
Welcome back inside Schollmeyer Arena, where TCU leads Colorado 41-30. It was a slow start on offense for the Frogs, but Sedona Prince has gotten going in this third quarter. Her 6'7" frame and her versatility, being able to put it on the ground and go off the bounce, is really what sets her apart from most centers. You'll see right there, again, being able to attack on that left-hand side, finish through contact for Johnson, is why she's got the last 4 points for TCU.
And she's hit 2 shots here in the third. Of course, Colorado, this is their first season back in the Big 12 since 2010-2011. They won the first Big 12 tournament back in 1996. Shelly Sheets, who's on the bench as an assistant coach with Coach Payne, was the point guard, and also playing on that team was Reagan Scott, now known as Reagan Peebler, TCU coach. And the lead goes to a dozen. 13's been the biggest lead for the Horned Frogs this afternoon. I keep saying this afternoon. I guess I thought this game was, it's night though now.
Oh, look, I'm losing track of the time. It's New Year's Day. It's a holiday, but we're here.
The three by Ted Air. No. Offensive rebound. They'll kick it back out. Foreman still 0 for 3 in this ball game. Connor doing a nice job defensively. Now they show the double. Shot clock at 6. Inside, nice job again by Masagayo.
And one thing when we talked to Coach Mark Campbell, he said we've got to play the full 30-second shot clock. And you'll see right there at the end, Colorado able to find 2 points.
Poked away, but Connor will pick up the loose ball as we head in close to 3 minutes left in the third. Robertson. Hunter launches. Hunter in and out. Masagayo the rebound.
See how quickly Colorado gets it up. Not stopped, drawing a foul there from Agnes Emanopu.
Yeah, the whistle on a foul is going to be called on TCU. That'll be on Agnes Emanopu. That'll be her second personal foul as Sedona Prince comes back into the lineup. And Agnes will get a little bit of a breather.
And again, that's the safety for TCU. Somebody's got to step up when you're back on that defense so that you can stop the transition offense, because Colorado is looking to get it and go.
Kennedy Sanders at the line, redshirted her freshman year. 3-time All-State in high school. Scored over 1,900 points. She wants to be a chiropractor. Now she's trying to break TCU's back. That was bad. That was weak.
She's having a good day. She averages 2.9 points, and she's got 8 today.
Prince has to kick it back out. Robertson, no. Nice job defensively by Sanders. Agnes Emanopu's going to come back into the lineup.
And just need her tenacity there on the defensive end and on the glass.
That'll be the 12th turnover for Colorado. Emanopu in, Robertson out for TCU. The lead is 8. Well, you talked about it earlier. It was going to be a gritty game. Even Coach Payne was saying, you know, it's probably going to be in the 60s. Great position inside, counted. And Prince will go to the line.
Again, when she's decisive, when she's aggressive and going through contact, that's when she's at her best. And Madison Connor, this is about the 3rd time that she's put the ball exactly where Prince needed it for her to be successful.
Prince solid from the free throw line this season at 72%. 4-time Big 12 Player of the Week. Madison Connor is going to go out. Bigby will come back in. You know, talking to Madison throughout this, or Sedona throughout this season, even her dad the other day, she wants to make this next 3 months huge in her career.
Yeah, she's been riddled by injuries throughout her whole career. She's been healthy thus far and trying to stay that way because it's her 7th season. And so, you know, this is the last opportunity that she's going to get here at the collegiate level.
I'll tell you, Masagayo is showing her wares today. She's got 8 points in the ball game, go along with 4 boards. But she also is playing with 3 personal fouls. Masagayo is probably going to stay in as long as Prince is in. Shot clock at 9, still time. And Agnes Emanopu buries the 3, her second of the ball game.
And that's TCU's MO. They like to get the ball in the paint and then kick out for those threes.
Exactly what Coach Payne was telling us, that we can't allow that penetration because it usually ends up in a 3.
Exactly. You know, being able to really guard your one-on-one matchup so you don't have to rotate. You'll see Sarah Smith right there has had to drop, and it left a wide-open Emanopu.
Agnes leading TCU in scoring today. She's got a dozen in the ball game. That's going to be an over and back, and that'll be turnover number 13 for the Buffaloes. Conference games, your margin of error is slim.
Very slim. And so you mentioned it earlier, getting those 50-50 balls, because anything like that can really change the momentum of the game.
Colorado coming off a game they had 19 turnovers versus West Virginia. They've got 13 today. This time to block. Agnes Evanopu keeps it alive. Connor tried to swipe it. What an effort by Madison Connor.
Oh, my goodness. That's a high IQ play right there. She knew she couldn't get it. She knew she had nobody back in transition defense. And there was only so much court left. So knocking that ball off of Colorado to make sure to get the possession.
We know she can hit the three. The last 3 games, Madison, 17 of 34 from the arc. Ted Air tried to chase it, buries the shot.
And like you said, trying to run her off that three-point line, just one dribble pull-up coming from that left-hand side.
Connor now with 7 in the ball game. Comes up with a loose ball with 40 seconds left to play here in the third. Good third quarter for TCU, outscoring Colorado 23-15. About a second difference shot in the game clock.
And TCU's got to do a really good job to end this quarter on a high note on the defensive end.
Lead is 14. That is the biggest for either team tonight. Coach Payne up on Colorado's bench with that boot on her broken foot. That'll be a foul called on Bigby with 6.9 to play.
And I mentioned it earlier, they've been consistent in that call, the 2-touch foul.
Good point. Masagayo pump fakes. Sedona Prince is going to be whistled for the foul. And that'll be her third personal foul.
And when you have a shot blocker, that's what you do. You've got to get them up in the air. And so that's exactly what Masagayo did. Got Sedona up in the air, caught her, and got herself to the free throw line.
I want to get Haley Van Lith in there for the final 3 seconds. And Masagayo from right here in Fort Worth, Texas. I got a funny feeling she's got a few family and friends here today.
Yeah, there's some Colorado fans here in the building.
This is probably, outside of North Carolina State, one of the best crowds TCU's had this year. They're going to need a big crowd on Saturday at 7 o'clock when Cincinnati comes to town.
Yeah, you've got to make Schollmeyer Arena a really difficult place to play. You know, having teams come here and knowing that your fans are going to show out for you.
That's part of a doubleheader. The men of TCU and Jamie Dixon's squad will be playing that afternoon. Final second. Not going to get the shot off. It looked cute, though, when it went up. Shot clock inside of 8. Van Lith looks for Prince to roll. Connor gets it over. Agnes again, 3. Garzone with a rebound. You got to be careful with this Colorado team. Again, what they did to West Virginia.
Such a great fourth quarter effort that they had there. A 22-4 run, and you'll see it's already started here with Garzone hitting a 3.
Garzone can heat up quickly. Garzone's got 5. That's her first from beyond the arc this afternoon. Last 3 games, she's averaged 16 points and shot 49%. Almost a pick by Weta. Agnes sees the double. Nice defense, Weta.
Knowing Agnes likes to do those spin moves, and so just coming out on defense, doubling down and getting a turnover.
The lead is cut to 9. It was 14. Get it in the hands of Weta. Lost the handle. Garzone goes down hard. TCU comes up with it. 15 turnovers now for Colorado.
You know, Donovan Hunter really putting her body on the line. Again, on that defensive end, she's really hard.
Connor tries to squeeze it inside to Sedona. TCU yet to score here in the third quarter. On the drive, no. Whistle and a foul is going to be called. But again, that's Weta, the senior, showing, okay, we're kind of struggling here. I'm just going to take it and try to draw the contact.
Yeah, this year she's lead by example. And so, you know, being a vocal leader and now just really coming in and showing her team exactly what needs to happen and trying to spark something.
Talk about an iron player. It's Weta. She played in 108 straight games until Southern Utah contest. And cuts the lead to 7.
Colorado's extended that defense. They're picking up TCU up in that backcourt again, just in this fourth quarter, really trying.
I think we're going to get a timeout by Coach Campbell. TCU has taken only one shot here in the fourth. He's not going to call a timeout. Foreman's going to come back into the lineup for the Buffs. Weta's going to go out. Now we are going to get a timeout. Coach Campbell said, we need a timeout. He called it. He got it.
Want to talk it over and just...
And TCU will have it with 7:57 left to play. Sedona now battling Foreman on the block. Foreman just leaning in with that right shoulder. Ball is tipped. Turnover, TCU. That's number 13. You whammied him when you said they didn't have any turnovers in that third.
I know, my goodness.
Arizona, no. Prince, her 7th rebound. 3 rebounds away from a double-double for Sedona Prince.
TCU trying to get set up in some offense to get a quality look.
Prince way up front. Connor trying to get away, sees a little bit of opening, uses that right shoulder, can't get it. Rebound taken away by Ted Ayer.
I think that was a no call because Madison Connor is the one who initiated that contact.
She's good at doing that, though, and it's effective.
For sure.
That's going to be a foul. That'll be against TCU, and it'll be against Donovan Hunter.
Donovan Hunter doing a really good job of making it hard for Foreman to get the ball.
Again, Foreman 0 for 3, only has taken those 3 field goal attempts. Doesn't have any points. The hesitation, Agnes Eminopu, outstanding defensive effort.
Making them set back up with offense, 8 seconds on the shot clock.
3 to shoot. Tough fall away shot and the roll by the graduate out of Estonia. She has been a very good addition to this Colorado team.
Oh my goodness, for sure. Just steady for the Buffaloes.
TCU being outscored 7-0 here in the fourth. Van Lith on top. Connor plants the feet, can't get it. On the drive, no, here comes Haley Van Lith. Prince sets up down in the tunnel. Van Lith in traffic, can't get it, but gets the foul. Colorado closed quickly on her.
Yeah, I like the decision to not take that first opportunity. They didn't really have numbers, so pulled it out. Again, foul trouble is something that we looked at coming into this quarter, and so just getting another one on the Buffaloes and getting herself to the free throw line. The high IQ of Haley Van Lith.
Garzone, that was the foul on her. That's number 1. Haley Van Lith goes to the line. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in the ballgame. What a year she is having. 8th in the NCAA and assists per game. Still no field goals made for TCU in this quarter. Betson comes in. Oliver's going to go out. Betson also has the ability to score. Look at Eminopu playing tough defense on Foreman. Ted Air lost it, got it back, still loose on the ground. Possession arrow will belong to Colorado.
And credit both teams. They're both, selling out for those 50-50 balls, getting on the ground and making sure to tie it up.
Garzone will trigger it in. She is a big-time three-point shooter. 265 three-pointers made in her career. That's a lot.
For sure. Oh, my goodness.
Go back to her junior year at Oklahoma State. Set a record for most three-pointers made.
Yeah, top 5 in history for Oklahoma State.
And she stepped out of bounds. So that'll be the 16th turnover against Colorado. The lead is 7. It was 14. Ted Air lost Van Lith. They get it over to Eminopu. Prince, that's like where she wants to be, right there. Sees the double. Kicks it back out. Agnes Eminopu, no.
TCU doing a better job of getting in transition defense because you see Colorado's really going quick.
That's going to be a whistle and a foul, and Madison Connor cannot believe it.
Let's take a look. I couldn't see from my angle. Madison Connor walls up, beats her to that turn spot. She did get her on the arm, but it also looked like Betson did travel.
Betson again out of Australia. That's only her 3rd free throw attempt this season. TCU's got to get some offense going. They've only taken 3 shots here in the 4th quarter and haven't made any. Betson, whose season high was 10. Cuts the lead down to 5 as we go inside of 4:40 to play in the 4th. Prince sees the double again. Nice ball movement, Big B. Got the 3.
Taylor Bigby knocks down those corner threes better than anyone here on this TCU squad.
And again, the last 4 games, she was 3 of 13 from 3. She's 2 of 3 this afternoon or this evening. It's going to be a whistle and a foul. Everybody going for it. Sedona Prince got things going here.
That cross-court pass out of the post. Eminopu able to find an open Taylor Bigby. They call that the hockey assist from Sedona.
Well, Sedona Prince just picked up her 4th personal foul. Foreman can't get anything going. That was way short. TCU looking for their first field goal made here in the 4th.
And Mark Campbell's telling them to hold on, not really try to get in transition. Run through their offense so they can get a high-quality shot.
Van Lith says, Sedona, go the other way. Here's Sedona just inside the 3-point arc. No. Betson the rebound. Ted Air. That was a bad pass. Sedona Prince picks it off.
Just being ready there on the defensive end.
3rd steal for Sedona Prince this afternoon as we go inside of 3:20 to play in the 4th.
And again, her versatility, that's not something you see a 6'7" center with 3 steals in a game.
Well, Colorado has had the door open, not taking advantage of it. They haven't had a field goal in over 3 minutes. Madison Connor, she's got 9. That's going to get a timeout. And again, foul trouble plaguing both teams. Mesagayo, she's got 3. Sedona Prince has 4. Both of them still in the lineup. Mesagayo switches hands, got it. First field goal in over 3:45 for Colorado, and then the 94-foot foul.
You hate that.
Uh-oh.
But again, momentum and just trying to get something because TCU has turned the ball over. And so if you can get it closer to your basket there in the backcourt, that's what you want to do.
That drives coaches nuts, though. Connor, she can run the 1, she can run the 2. Oh, they leave her open a little bit.
And right now it's a time game, so TCU doesn't get a high-quality shot. You know, time is on their side. They can pull it out.
Big B launches, doesn't get the bounce. Agnes Emanopu, an offensive rebound, but a foul is going to be called on Smith.
Was battling there on the inside.
This is what Agnes Emanopu does.
You'll see she just runs straight into the paint, uses her body to push under Rose there.
Now, she tied her career high with 14 rebounds in the last game versus Brown. Van Lith just
foot range wide open.
She's got 14 inside of 150. Masagayo, no. TCU sensing they've got this game. The lead is 10.
And you'll see just telling him, walk it up the floor, use that time on your side.
Weta getting handsy.
She's got 4, so she's got to be, yeah, got her out. Yep.
And that's going to be it. Weta's going to have to sit down. Now you take one of your top playmakers out of the ball game.
And she's, you know, just a facilitator here. She's been leading Colorado's offense. And so having her sit down is definitely going to be tough for the Buffaloes.
Second game this season, she has fouled out. For Colorado, this is game 2 of 3 straight games versus top 20 in net. Tomorrow morning they get on the bus and they have to go down to take on a Baylor team that probably isn't all that happy after losing to Oklahoma State at home today.
And you got, you know, Colorado's got to try to take advantage of that, you know, try to double it up.
10-point advantage inside of 125 to play. Their zone for 3. Prince, nice rebound. Prince with 10 and 9, 1 board away from a double-double. Prince had great position in the tunnel, but that's going to be a foul on Masagayo.
I believe that's her 4th as well.
Will be.
TCU's been able to get themselves to the free throw line. This will be attempt 17 and 18 for TCU compared to Colorado's 10.
And TCU averages just about 13, almost 14 free throw attempts a game. Sedona Prince looking for that double-double again. Big free throws. Final 50 seconds. Foreman still without a field goal or a point today. Agnes Emanopu is going to be called for the foul.
And I mean, I keep saying it, it's the same thing, but they've called it consistently on both sides.
Right.
But you just hate that touch foul because, you know, as far as is it actual contact or is it, you know, impeding the offensive player at all? I'm not sure.
And Foreman finally gets on the board with her first points of the ball game. Can't get the second one to go. And TCU comes up with it, 40 to play. Again, Saturday, 7 o'clock, Cincinnati comes to town. That'll be about 2 hours following the men's game here at Schollmeyer Arena.
Be a good day in Fort Worth for some TCU basketball.
It's supposed to be cold, so why not come to see a basketball game?
Well, the way they keep Schollmeyer Arena cold, too, I don't know.
Yeah, really.
Come out and see the Frogs.
Now Sedona Prince will go to the line, 1 rebound away from her 6th double-double. And it would be her first since the South Florida game back on November the 30th. Got to get her that final rebound. But Sedona 13 points in the ball game, below her 17-point average. She's had only 2 single-digit games this whole season.
And her consistency on the offensive end, really what helps catapult the Frogs.
And TCU again will win a game where they hold an opponent for 50 or less. Tight game. Garzone. No, Sedona's got it, got the double-double.
Just in the nick of time, but TCU's got a win, 63-50 against Colorado. First home conference win of